annual self-defense class in the Okinawa Prefecture for women to defend themselves from rapes, other sexual assaults, and murders by U.S. soldiers. And just recently, 150 women in the area of Uruma, according to the Japanese Times, is a fourfold increase since the recent murder of another young woman by a U.S. military officer. Last month, a 20-year-old Rina Shimabukuro was brutally killed in Okinawa. A U.S. military-based employee, who was also a former Marine, was arrested on suspicion of the murder. The man had reportedly been driving around the neighborhood looking for a victim for several hours before finally attacking the woman, who was having a walk near her home. Following this latest arrest and a separate case from earlier this year in which a U.S. Marine seaman pleaded guilty to raping a Japanese woman in Okinawa, the U.S. military in Japan prohibited its soldiers in the prefecture from participating in celebrations or consuming alcohol off base. U.S. military officials claim, however, that the move is not meant to be a punishment, but rather a sign of respect for the Japanese people. I don't think it is a punishment, and I don't think it's a matter of respect either. It's a matter of trying to minimize the damage that the U.S. military is causing. Rapes by U.S. soldiers inside the countries that they have been occupying is about as old as U.S. imperialism itself. This is the very nature of imperialism itself. This is the beast that imperialism turns men into that Che Guevara spoke about so many decades ago. This is not something they can just legislate away or not let the soldiers go that close to the women who are in the countries that they occupy. And think about it. This is an ally of the United States. So imagine what they're doing to women in the Middle East. They're doing to the women in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the terrible crimes that they're carrying out there. Look at the fact that rapes in the U.S. military are astronomically high. In fact, sexual abuse between men is very high in the U.S. military. Because this is the very nature of the soldiers themselves, the nature of their position with imperialism as the enforcers and the creators of it. This is the way they are, and this is what makes them into the kind of people that they are. This is another example why the U.S. military should be barred from other people's countries, because if this is the kind of thing that they do to their allies, what are they doing to the enemies, or at least the innocent civilians of the enemy that they're killing? So far be it from the U.S. military being criminals during actual periods of war and war crimes they carry out. This is the kind of inhumanity they carry out during peacetime, in a place that's not undergoing war, in a place that's largely just meant to be there to either train soldiers or to help them maintain spheres of influence on various continents. This is by no means something limited just to Japan, but also the Philippines as well. And it's just another really great example why the U.S. military should be recalled from every single country, and that the Yankee should be sent back to where they came from. Thank you for watching. Want to go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you could head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.